What is atrial fibrillation? Atrial fibrillation is an example of an abnormal heart rhythm or an arrhythmia. See, the way your heart's electrical system works is there is a normal source of electricity in the roof of your heart that actually controls what speed your heart beats at. This is not the plumbing system. This is not your valve system. This is the electricity. Your heart's a big dumb muscle and it only responds to electricity in order to pump. So there's actually a source of electricity that's controlling it. Now, the normal source of electricity is controlled by your brain. And so your heart rate normally is whatever speed your brain thinks is appropriate for that moment. However, if you develop an abnormal heart rhythm like atrial fibrillation, this is when a different source of electricity forms in a different wall of your heart and actually wakes up randomly and then can take over control of your heart by overriding your normal source of electricity, taking over control, and then telling your heart to speed up to some rapid speed. So that's why atrial fibrillation can cause rapid heart rates with all the symptoms that come with that, including shortness of breath, palpitations, chest discomfort, feeling tired or lightheaded. It's just from the rapid heart rates. Atrial fibrillation, unfortunately, also can cause a small risk of a tiny clot forming inside your heart that, if that were to happen, could break loose from inside your heart, float out of your heart, float to your brain, and cause a stroke. And also, unfortunately, atrial fibrillation tends to be a slowly progressive rhythm problem where you actually form more of these AFib sources in the walls of your heart as you get older, and the more of them you have, the more it wakes up and the more time you spend in atrial fibrillation. However, the good news is that atrial fibrillation is treatable, and with the proper treatment, it can not only be controlled, but also made to be non-life-threatening and mostly just treated for symptoms. But everyone's situation is different, and that's why everyone's situation needs to be customized and tailored to their specific situation. It should not be somebody walks in 5 minutes, oh, you just have AFib and you need this. Well, that's just them applying their specific algorithm to you. Instead, it should be based on, well, how much symptoms is this person having? How often are they going into atrial fibrillation? What stage of atrial fibrillation are they in? Are they at a later stage where they're in it a lot, 80, 90%? Or they're in an earlier stage where they're only in it 3%, 5%, 8%? So what stage are you in? How much symptoms are you having? How fast does it make your heart go? And what's your age and personal preference? If you're older, you may be fine to not have the perfect result and go in and out of AFib and just say, hey, just make me not feel it if it's not life-threatening and I'll deal with it. And if you're younger, you may say, no, that's not good enough. I want to not be in AFib for long periods of time, and I want a more aggressive treatment, and I'm willing to take more risk up front to get that longer lasting result. So your age and also your personal preferences and risk tolerance, along with symptoms, should all be combined by a conscientious practitioner who can help sit down with you and help customize the proper treatment for your situation. But the good news is atrial fibrillation, when treated properly, is very treatable and can be made so that you live a happy, productive life with minimum symptoms.